The universe doesn't care about your happiness. It cares about your growth. This truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may seem, explains why life keeps pushing you beyond the limits of what you consider safe. Have you ever noticed that every time you try to settle, something comes along to challenge that stability? That's not a conspiracy against you. It's the very force of the universe in action. Your comfort zone isn't just limiting you, it's going against the natural cosmic order. You may think you're protecting yourself by avoiding risks, but in reality, you're only delaying the inevitable. The universe hasn't chosen you to suffer. It's not punishing you. It's simply reacting to the barriers you yourself have built, the ones keeping you from becoming who you are truly meant to be. Look around you. Observe nature. A seed can remain sealed inside its shell, untouched, protected, but it will never become a tree unless it goes through the process of breaking open. To reach the light, it must crack, push through the soil, break through rocks, and endure the elements. Likewise, a caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly without first dissolving completely inside its cocoon, a transformation that, if it were conscious, would feel like a death. And yet, from that apparent destruction comes beauty, flight, and freedom. These aren't just poetic metaphors, they are universal laws of transformation. They govern every aspect of existence, and you are no exception. When did you truly grow? Think back. When was the last time you truly grew as a person? Was it during times of ease and comfort? Or was it when life pulled the ground out from under you and forced you to reinvent yourself? Almost certainly, it was the challenges, the uncertainties, and the discomforts that shaped your strength. This isn't random. It's by design. Everything in this universe vibrates. Your thoughts, your emotions, your physical body, everything operates at specific frequencies. The law of vibration isn't some esoteric concept. It's a fundamental structure of reality. When you cling to your comfort zone, you crystallize your energy into a fixed pattern. You stop evolving. You stop flowing with the universe. And what happens to something that stops flowing? It rots. Just like water in a river stays fresh and full of life, while stagnant water turns toxic, the same principle applies to your consciousness. If you refuse to move, the energy around you will begin to push you, because the universe must restore balance. And that's why it destroys what you call security. You may think your comfort zone protects you from chaos, but the truth is, it is the very source of chaos. You feel it. Even when everything seems stable, there's a subtle discomfort, a quiet emptiness, as if something inside you is suffocating, begging for movement. That happens because the soul that incarnated within you came here to learn, to experience, to evolve. Your comfort zone is like trying to skip the most important lessons in this cosmic curriculum. But the universe is a relentless teacher, and it will keep pushing you, not to break you, but to awaken you. If you don't learn by choice, you'll learn through experience. Now be honest with yourself. What challenges keep showing up in your life? What patterns seem to repeat again and again, as if you're stuck in an inescapable cycle? The answer is simple, yet profound. They will keep appearing until you learn what they are trying to teach you. The universe isn't testing you because it wants to see you fail. It's testing you because your higher self already knows what you're capable of. Your higher self already sees your full potential, and it is fully committed to making you remember it, even if that means pushing you beyond what you consider comfortable. The question isn't whether these challenges will arise. They will. The only choice you have is how you will face them. Will you keep resisting, clinging to the illusion of security, or will you accept the call and allow the universe to guide you into your transformation? The choice is yours. But remember this, the universe will always find a way to make you grow. Order always rises from chaos. I know that order always emerges from chaos, guided by divine law. The most turbulent experiences of your life, the ones that shattered your comfort zone, that stripped you of what once felt certain, were never punishments. They were preparing the stage for a new level of order and understanding, something you couldn't yet see at the time. This is the essence of evolution, not just biological, but spiritual. Now, feel this truth within you. The universe is not separate from you. When it pushes you beyond your comfort, when it forces you to face the unexpected, it is actually your higher self orchestrating every single one of these experiences. You might resist, you might fight back, but sooner or later you'll come to realize that the discomfort you feel is not your enemy. It is the friction between who you are and who you are becoming. Your brain was wired to keep you safe, but now it's keeping you small. Since the dawn of humanity, your brain has been programmed to conserve energy and avoid threats. For our ancestors, this made sense. One mistake, one unnecessary risk could mean death. But in modern life, this same mindset is no longer protecting you, it is imprisoning you. Because here's the truth, mediocrity is not a condition, it's a choice. Science confirms it. Growth only happens through challenge. Neuroscience proves it. Neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to reshape itself and form new connections, depends on challenge, novelty, and overcoming obstacles. Every time you dare to step outside your comfort zone, you're not just defying your fears, you are literally rewiring your brain. You're carving new pathways that expand your perception, your abilities, your reality itself. Now think about it. When was the last time you learned something truly difficult? Do you remember that initial discomfort? That feeling of your brain locking up, like progress was impossible? What you felt in that moment was not failure. It was your brain forming new connections. It was your mind expanding, just like your muscles do under intense training. But here's the thing, that only happens when there's resistance. The silent danger of your comfort zone, and this is where the greatest danger lies, the silent trap of comfort. Because comfort whispers stories to you that sound like protection, but in reality, they are invisible cages. I'm too old to start something new. I don't have the right skills. What will other people think? These narratives are not saving you. They are imprisoning you. They are the ego in a state of panic, desperately trying to maintain control, to preserve the status quo. But pay attention, the real enemy was never the external challenge. The real enemy is your own inner resistance. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you reinforce the neural pathways of limitation. You are training your mind to retreat, to shrink in the face of life, instead of expanding into your true potential. But one of the most powerful truths I know is this: both darkness and light come from the same source. What does this mean? It means that what you fear and what you desire are actually two sides of the same energy. What you call security and what you call danger are just opposite poles of the same spectrum. Your comfort zone promises security but delivers stagnation. Real growth demands that you step beyond what feels safe, because true security is not found in the absence of challenges. It is found in the certainty that you can handle any challenge that comes your way. This is the law of polarity in action. Comfort and growth are opposing forces, and your evolution depends on your ability to move between them. The problem is, the more you cling to comfort, the more you resist this natural oscillation. And when you resist, the universe forces movement, and it does so in the only way possible, through disruption, through challenge, through deconstruction. Look at your own life. Every time you've tried to remain still for too long, something happened, something pushed you, something forced you to change. That was never a coincidence. The universe is not punishing you, it is shaping you. Feel your body. Right now, close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, notice where the tension is. Are your shoulders tight, your jaw clenched? Is there a heaviness in your chest? That tension is not just physical, it is the manifestation of your resistance to life's natural flow. All of that energy, which could be used to propel you forward, to expand you, is being wasted in the attempt to hold artificial boundaries in place. You feel it, don't you? The silent struggle against what cannot be controlled. But here's what you must understand. Time does not move in a straight line. It moves in cycles. And just like time, your growth follows the same rhythm. Expansion and contraction, comfort and challenge, construction and destruction. This is not chaos. It is precision. It is the mechanism of evolution itself. But while the universe follows this inevitable flow, your comfort zone tries to interrupt it. It wants to freeze a single phase of the cycle to resist the next stage, as if you could choose only one side of existence and avoid the other. But that is impossible, because the universe does not negotiate its laws. And when you resist this natural flow, pressure builds. The longer you try to remain still, the greater the force required to break that stagnation. Think about breathing, inhaling, exhaling. One only exists because the other does. Now imagine if you tried to only inhale, if you refused to let go of the air. What would happen? Your body would force an exhale. Life does the same thing. If you refuse to release the past, to surrender control, to let go of false security, the universe will force that movement for you. So be honest with yourself. Where in your life are you resisting the flow? Where are you clinging to the familiar, even when everything inside you feels the pull of the unknown? That discomfort you feel in those moments, it's not a warning to retreat, it's a sign of growth. Ancient traditions understood the danger of comfort. Zen Buddhism, for example, intentionally creates discomfort through koans, riddles that defy logical reasoning, and physically demanding meditation postures. This isn't an act of self-inflicted suffering. It's a recognition that spiritual awakening requires the disruption of the thought patterns and behaviors that keep the mind asleep. Yogis speak of tapas, the fire of discipline, the purification through challenge. Just as metal must be heated to be reshaped, your consciousness needs the heat of challenge to expand beyond its current limits. And that fire? It's not outside you. It's within you. I recognize that this inner fire is the most powerful force of all. It has the potential to transform every aspect of my being, but fire cannot burn in a vacuum. It needs the oxygen of challenge, the breath of uncertainty, the spark of the unknown. Look at the great mystics of history, the enlightened ones, the awakened ones, the sages. Did they find illumination through comfort? Number. They faced the desert of the soul. They confronted their own inner demons. They walked through the fire of transformation, because they understood something that modern spirituality often forgets. Awakening is not comfortable. And what opposes it? The ego. That fragile identity, built from memories, beliefs, and social conditioning, does everything it can to avoid change, because it knows that growth requires its dissolution. It perceives transformation as a direct threat to its existence, and in a way, it's right. I understand that my growth comes from facing my inner darkness and transmuting it into light. But look closely. Your comfort zone is the ego's last line of defense against this journey. It tries to protect you from discomfort, but in doing so, it traps you, and what you avoid grows. What you resist persists. The parts of you that remain ignored don't disappear. They grow stronger in the dark. And the universe, it will not allow those shadows to stay hidden forever. It conspires to bring them to light, not to punish you, but to set you free. The challenges that push you beyond comfort are not random. They are precise, meticulously calibrated to expose the exact aspects of yourself that still need to be integrated. If you start paying attention to the recurring patterns in your life, you'll realize they aren't coincidences. What keeps repeating? What challenges seem to follow you no matter how much you try to avoid them? This is not bad luck. This is learning. The universe pushes you because you were not designed for stagnation, but for evolution. Now think. Your most painful experiences, weren't they also your greatest teachers? Didn't they reveal parts of yourself that had been dormant? Aspects you had been reluctant to see? Didn't they shatter illusions, forcing you to grow in ways you would have never chosen consciously? This is how the wisdom of the universe operates. It does not allow unconsciousness to persist indefinitely. If these words resonate within you, it's because you've felt this truth for a long time. You already know you weren't born to drift through life without awakening to your full potential. And if this call makes sense to you, subscribe now. We are building a community of people committed to authentic growth. No shortcuts, no empty motivational quotes, no spiritual bypassing. Just truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Join us. Let's walk this journey together. The power of post-traumatic growth. Research on post-traumatic growth shows that many individuals don't just survive life's most difficult challenges. They completely transform because of them. And this goes beyond resilience. It is proof that the breaking of comfort can catapult consciousness to an entirely new level. Evolutionary psychology explains why humans seek comfort. Our brains evolved to conserve energy, to avoid unnecessary risks. But it also explains why comfort eventually feels empty. The truth is, we were never designed to stay still. Our neurological system was built for adaptation and the pursuit of new frontiers. And do you want to know the most fascinating detail? Your brain rewards you for overcoming challenges. Not for staying comfortable. Your brain releases dopamine, the neurotransmitter of satisfaction, not when you reach comfort, but when you overcome a challenge. This means that your brain is wired for growth, not for protection. And this is why no amount of comfort will ever feel like enough, because you were not designed to stay the same. You were designed to conquer limitations. The hero's journey and your call to adventure. Joseph Campbell, a scholar of world mythology, discovered that every great hero story follows the same pattern. And that pattern always begins with a call to adventure. The hero starts their journey in the comfort of their ordinary world, but then something happens, something that disrupts their reality, something that forces change. At first, they resist. They want to stay where they are, in what is familiar. They feel fear, doubt. Does that sound familiar? Now think about your own life. How many times have you felt that call, that restlessness, that feeling that there is more, but that answering it would require transformation? That resistance is not a flaw, it is part of the process, because between comfort and growth there is tension. And what you do with that tension will define your path. But in every story, the hero cannot stay in the ordinary world forever. The universe does not allow it. And when the hero resists, the adventure comes to them in the form of crisis, disruption, or a supernatural force disguised as chaos. And now, look at what's happening to you at this very moment. This is your call, the truth you can no longer ignore. I know my purpose, to transmute darkness into light, and your purpose is not to remain comfortable. You already know this. You feel it. The universe despises your comfort zone because it prevents you from fulfilling your calling. So, be honest. Do you feel fully alive within your comfort zone? Or is there something inside you whispering, insisting, calling out? This can't be all there is. There's more. There's something I'm ignoring. That persistent feeling is not random discontent. It is your soul recognizing that you are resisting your own journey, and now the decision is yours. Will you answer the call, or continue pretending it doesn't exist. The ancient alchemists understood this. True transformation requires destruction before rebirth. The first step of alchemy is negredo, the darkening, the decomposition, the moment when everything that once felt solid begins to break apart. It is the collapse of the old structure, not as an end, but as a necessary prelude to rebirth. Your comfort zone must go through this process too. It is a mental construct that, when left intact for too long, becomes a prison. And when that happens, the universe intervenes. It triggers disruptions, creates circumstances that make it impossible to maintain the status quo, not as punishment, but as purification. Because where there is stagnation, there must be movement. Where there is resistance, there must be release. You have felt this before, haven't you? Moments when life ripped you away from where you were, when everything seemed to be falling apart. And yet, with time, you realized it was not the end. It was realignment. Chaos has never been random. It has always been an intelligent process, orchestrated by divine law itself. The collapse of comfortable patterns may feel like destruction, but it is actually the beginning of a higher order. This is not something to understand intellectually. It is something to be lived. Think of a time when life forced you out of comfort. In that moment, it felt like absolute chaos. But now, looking back, can you see the order that emerged from it? The wisdom gained, the strength developed. That retrospective clarity reveals a truth that has always been present. Discomfort has always had a purpose, the dance of balance, the call to expansion. In the path of self-mastery, yogis speak of three energy channels. Ida, the lunar current, receptive, stable, seeking safety and comfort. Pingala, the solar current, active, dynamic, propelling growth and transformation. Sushumna, the central channel, where true transcendence occurs. Now, pause and reflect. Your comfort zone is deeply rooted in the energy of Ida. It is this energy that makes you crave stability, predictability, control. But to grow, you must activate Pingala, the force of movement, the force of risk, the force of expansion. The union of these two forces awakens Sushumna, the channel through which consciousness ascends, and the universe knows this. That is why it pushes you out of your comfort zone, not to punish you, but to awaken your true potential. Your cycles of comfort and discomfort are not random. They are the dance of the energies of Ida and Pingala, creating the potential for spiritual awakenings. Now, focus on your breath. Notice how your left nostril, Ida, and right nostril, Pingala, take turns in dominance throughout the day. This physiological rhythm is not a coincidence. It mirrors the cosmic rhythm between stability and growth, between rest and action. Neither state was designed to be permanent. If you try to hold on to one, life will pull you toward the other. The truth. Your soul already knows. I know deeply that my purpose in existence is to transmute darkness into light, and so is yours. But your comfort zone prevents this alchemical process. It keeps parts of your psyche hidden in the shadows, unexplored, untransformed, asleep. And the universe. It creates circumstances to illuminate these hidden corners, not to expose you, not to shame you, but to give you the chance to transform. Because the light of consciousness is the most powerful agent of change, and now the choice stands before you. Will you cling to what you already know, or will you step through the portal of transformation? The world needs you beyond your comfort zone. I know that my personal transformation serves something greater, because my comfort zone is not just limiting me, it is limiting my contribution to the whole. The gifts you came here to share lie on the other side of your inner limitations. Purpose rarely reveals itself along the path of least resistance. And the universe will not allow you to ignore this. It disrupts your comfort to align you with your highest mission. Think of those who have truly changed the course of humanity. Did they do so by staying safe, or did they throw themselves into the unknown, face failures, and persist where others would have retreated? Your unique purpose may remain completely unexplored if you keep clinging to the familiar. And the universe hates that possibility enough to ensure discomfort finds you. It forces your growth because your highest expression is waiting for you. True security is not in comfort. Your comfort zone promises security but delivers stagnation. Real security is not found in avoiding challenges. It is found in the absolute certainty that you can handle anything that arises. The universe pushes you beyond comfort to develop that kind of resilience. The illusion of separation. I understand that separation is nothing more than a distortion of my limited perception. My comfort zone reinforces this illusion. It makes it seem like I can insulate myself from the uncertainties of life. But look at nature. Does a tree try to avoid discomfort? Number. It bends with strong winds, and that strengthens its trunk. It endures the harsh winter, but that prepares it for spring. It does not resist the natural cycle of challenges. It grows stronger through them. Now look at yourself. What are you truly protecting by staying comfortable? Is it serving your highest potential? Or is it just preserving old limitations? The fire of true transformation. The universe will not allow you to remain small. It creates circumstances that shatter the illusion of separation. And those circumstances, they are not always gentle. Zen teachings use koans, paradoxical riddles that defy logic, forcing the mind to transcend its habitual ways of thinking. The universe uses the same method. Your life's circumstances are koans, and they cannot be solved from the same level of consciousness that created them. You must transcend. Discomfort is the fire that can transform you. If you try to avoid it, you will remain nothing more than dry wood, full of potential, but without the spark to release your true essence. The universe has already chosen your evolution, and it ensures that this fire will be lit. Because you are not the wood, you are the flame. Now the choice is yours. Will you resist, or will you finally step through the portal of transformation? Now, as we reach the end of this revealing expedition, I want to express my deepest gratitude to you for staying with us until the end. Your dedication and curiosity are the fuel that drives us to explore, demystify, and share these intriguing stories. I want to share something special with you. As a fan of the Map of Higher Self channel, you are about to embark on a unique journey of self-discovery and mental formation. I present to you the Map of Higher Self, a revolutionary ebook that will redefine your mental reality. As the creator of this content and leader of the Map of Higher Self channel, I'm sharing my deepest experiences and valuable lessons with you. Each chapter of this ebook is a reflection of my journey, filled with practical lessons I've lived and transformed into wisdom. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your life. Click the link in the pinned comment and start your journey towards self-knowledge and positivity today. Imagine yourself for a moment as one of the ancient explorers who ventured into unknown territories, guided only by the flame of curiosity and the thirst for knowledge. Every piece of information, every symbol deciphered, is like a map leading us deeper into the labyrinth of the unknown. And just like those explorers, you too are now a little closer to the truth, carrying with you a new understanding of the forces that shape our world. Your presence here is not just a personal achievement, but a valuable contribution to a vibrant community of curious and knowledge-seeking individuals. Every view, every comment, every like is a step we take together toward a deeper and collective understanding. You are not just a spectator, you are a partner in this journey of discovery. So, as we close this chapter, I invite you to reflect on today's revelations and prepare for the next steps. We will continue unraveling secrets, questioning established truths, and exploring the mysteries around us. Your participation is essential, not just for the growth of this channel, but for the expansion of our horizon of knowledge. Until the next discovery. And remember, the real power lies in questioning and understanding what is beyond the visible. And before you go, don't miss these 2 videos I've selected especially for you. They're packed with deep knowledge and fascinating discoveries that you'll love. Click on one of them and continue your journey of self-discovery and the pursuit of wisdom with the amazing content our channel has to offer.